Welcome to the I Wouldn't Have Done That podcast. And on this episode of the podcast, we will be discussing Friday the 13th, part 2, with comedian, friend, all-around great person, Shiv Shanks. She will tell us why she doesn't mess with horror movies. Then we actually pick some clips out and review them and react to them and discuss what we would have done differently if we were in that situation. Stay tuned.
Pretty girl.
With horror movies.
I am a chicken. Okay, so I'm a latchkey kid.
Okay, as am I.
Okay, so I was alone. I'm that girl that like did the run. I had so many light switches in my house, and my room was all the way at the back. I grew up in a condo. I had to run from the front because I was like, all right, it's getting late. I don't want to be in the living room no more. So I was that kid that was like, all right, you hit the living room, kitchen, dining room, because all the light switches are there. Yes. Yes, so all the lights were on by the time sun came down. And I was like, all right, time to go in my room. And I'd be like, boom, 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 close the door. I'm not coming out. So my parents, I'm done. That's it. It's a wrap. That was me. I am a scary cat. If I go on a highway and there's like a wooded area, like in one,
you don't even look over?
No, I immediately like there are so many bodies in there. There are so many bodies in there.
You're probably not wrong. Like
I'm a chicken.
Yeah, nah.
I am, and like Chucky messed me up.
Chucky was the one for you?
My abuela, and that means grandmother.
I know.
And I'm okay.
I took Spanish 101. I failed it, but I took it.
And you did. You remember that word.
Oh, telefono.
Okay. I didn't like the way you pronounced that. Starts with a T.
So because of that, you was a scaredy cat.
Yeah, no. It messed
Chucky.
Chucky
was the one?
Oh, my God. And surprisingly enough, my husband wants me to be Tiffany this year because he wants to be Chucky.
But that's like, when they got funny.
Yeah, but I've never seen it. I never even saw that.
I think we might have to have you back for Chucky.
I've never seen it. The idea of serial killers is frightening. And then you put them.
Be.
Yes.
They should be.
Serial killers are frightening for obvious reasons. Then you put it in a doll. And the way my parents used to set up my bed, I had a day bed as a child.
What's a day bed?
So a day bed it's a twin size bed, but you know how you have the back of the bed here? The day bed has it all around because it looks like a couch. So it's a day bed. You've seen them before. So it's two sides and it's like this. So my Nana used to set up my bed with all my dolls.
That sounds
creepy AF. So I had Miss Piggy. I remember I had a Miss Piggy. That was my girl. And I had a Kermit somewhere. But I had all these teddy bears and all of that. So then it was like, then Chucky came, and now I'm looking at Miss Piggy wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he wasn't trying. Right.
That was my girl until then. So it just messes me up, man.
And Chucky fucked the game up?
I think if you can create a horror movie, like, you thought of that, and it's real. You know what I mean? As a man, think of, like, I think that a serial killer could absolutely jump into someone's toy.
You believe in black magic and voodoo?
Yes. Well, voodoo's a religion. And
sure. Yeah. But I mean, from that movie, it was voodoo.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. All of this is real.
Yeah. I mean, there's real elements. I think that's what makes it scary, right? What's your scariest scenario that could happen? And you'll be like, this is like the most terrifying thing. Wait,
no. Let me tell you what has happened, okay?
Oh, this is real life.
Because ghosts are real.
Sure.
And maybe I made this up in my brain, but where I work at, where we have our dry storage, it's underneath the restaurant, right? I work in a restaurant. This restaurant used to be a funeral home. So
First of all, who looks at a funeral home and goes, food?
Yeah.
You know what this is missing?
Yeah.
Burgers and chicken tenders.
Quesadillas look real good right now. So... No, but
is a dark person.
Where I work, so they call it haunted. So all my coworkers in the kitchen, they're always telling me, La Niña lives in the basement. They call her the girl. That's the ghost. Now, this is the daytime, mind you. I work in the daytime most of the time. I'm downstairs, and I'm just organizing shelves because I was bored, right? And I'm normally not afraid when I'm down there in the daytime, all right? But I promise you, if my boss looked at the video footage, you would just see me straightening up, and then you would just see me book it. Because I moved something and I thought I saw a hand. Like, I don't know if my brain was messing with me at that point.
It could have been your brain,
but
or it could
I
have been
moved it. I thought I saw a hand, and I was like, well, fuck that shelf, and I just booked it. So that's a real life scenario. Maybe
I've had a similar scenario. Like when I was working at the wine cellar, I was working stock. I was selling it and mostly doing like deliveries and stock. But one of the days, the bosses, they would come down sometimes to get orders or get like special bottles.
Yeah.
But generally, they don't really come down there. Or if they're checking up on you. So the guy came down and he left something.
Okay.
And he was an older man. I think he left his cell phone, something that a young person would never do. Right? That's attached.
Right. Look.
Yeah, like it's exactly like let me put mine in my pocket.
Right.
Move mine a little closer, right? So he then as we're about to lock up, he's like, damn. And it's me, him, and it's like a girl left. And he's like, I'm not gonna tell her to run down there and get it. I'm gonna tell you.
Exactly.
You do, like go and get it. And I was like, like, but you going home? Like your wife know you on your way, right? like he's like, nah, go. Can you please go and get it? From me?
Right.
And he's an older gentleman too, and he's nice. He was nice to me. So I'm like, fuck. So I gotta run to the back of the store.
Okay.
Because that's where the thing. So I gotta go all the way to the back of the store, go down, and then back towards like the front. So I basically do like this loop back towards the front. And the whole time I'm thinking like, yo, this store's been here since the 30s.
Ooh.
Which means the owners probably didn't like black people that much. Like maybe
you
not
thought
the
it
biggest
was,
fan.
What,
I thought it was a
Tales
racist
from the
ghost.
Crypt?
I thought it was a racist ghost. I was like, you gonna see me in there, think I'm trying to steal. You gonna fucking kill me.
Trying to protect his land.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, we was here first. He was like, no, you wasn't. But so I ran down there.
Yeah.
Overshot the phone because I was just like looking frantic.
You know,
I heard.
phone's just sitting there quietly.
Now we used to have an exterminator that would come on like Saturdays and shit. This was like, I think this might have been a Saturday, like late night or whatever. So I know we could have critters and all kind of shit, but I heard a noise. I grabbed his phone and wind up leaving something of mine.
And you just left it.
I was like, I'll be back tomorrow. It's not that important. Like I think like
it was your keys.
It was like, I think my keys fell out or some shit. I got so nervous. I ran back up. I said, you know what? Fuck this store. I don't need to be here.
Never coming
This
back.
is not for me.
Aww.
So I agree.
Did you, was the wine cellar, like, had you had stories? Like, was it haunted?
I mean, they would say shit like that. And I'd be like, I don't need to hear more of this story. Like, don't tell me this story while I'm downstairs by myself.
Right. You crack me up because you like horror films, though.
I love them. I live for them. But I'm still pussy. I don't.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Just because I like action movies don't mean I can do a backflip.
Okay.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, you're not driving 100 down the
Yeah,
road.
I've tried, and guess what happened? Whoop, whoop.
Yep.
Never happened.
That's what you got.
So the movie, though, that we're going to talk about, right? I know you ain't see it.
What's the name of it?
It's called Friday the 13th. You ever heard of Jason Voorhees?
Of course I have. Now, have I seen it? No. And then, can I surprise you?
What?
I have watched one horror movie. And
Which one?
House of a Thousand Corpses.
That was a good one.
And that one's sick. I don't know why.
It's not the best one. I mean, it's not like
sick.
It's a lot that's happening.
I don't.
It's a good one though.
And that's what's that?
Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie.
Yeah. It's a great movie, but it is a lot of like if that's your first, that's your into it, and he's about gore and stuff.
Yes.
He's not shying away from it at all.
Oh.
So this one is about Jason, right? This is the second installment. I chose this one in particular because this one is his first appearance. He wasn't in the first one. It was actually his mother doing the killings.
Really?
So the way the story goes, right?
Oh,
Let me catch you
fun.
up. His moms and shit sent him away to like sleepaway camp. He would get bullied, and as a camp counselor, I used to work as a camp counselor. I wasn't this negligent, but they were like 16. When I was working there, I was like 20, 21.
Right, so you knew better.
I knew a tiny bit better. And anywho, they was like trying to get pussy. They was trying to get ass and shit. They wasn't worried about the kids. The kids
the same
were
thing you was doing.
essentially. But so all the kids was just playing and stuff, and they wound up chasing him, and he jumped in the water because he was running.
Aww.
And he winds up drowning, dying.
Really?
So his mother is like, nah, fuck that shit. Gang shit, you just killed my son. It's on site.
So she killed everybody.
So she comes back to the camp and goes on a rampage. I mean, she only killed like 2 or 3 people. But
that ain't a rampage.
I mean, I like rampage.
She's not even a serial killer. You have to kill like 5.
3
right?
is the number.
Oh.
It's real low bar.
That's super low. It should be 5.
I know niggas in the hood who.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say their name.
Dry snitching. No, I'm just kidding.
You want them to be number 4? Calling me a snitch.
I'm just kidding.
But nah. So anywho, so basically, she goes on a little rampage. She's trying to kill people, and some of like the counselors, of course, specifically. That's who she's going after.
Yeah, she should.
And at the end of the first one, they cut her head off. They kill her, right? So in the second one, this nigga comes back, and he's like 6'9". He's mad big.
How?
Listen.
Doesn't make any sense.
We still don't know.
I thought you were gonna tell me like in the first one, like she got his body and like put him together.
We don't like the story changes so much that it's so much like on like and they address it in like the 6th one, then in the 8th one, then like when he goes to space, they address it like so many times.
He went to space.
Yeah, the nigga was in space.
Corny.
First of all, he was
corny.
Elon Musk. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Corny.
He was in space. Killed the robot.
So this isn't really horror. This all sounds hilarious to me.
Nah, the first ones were horror. It got to
the corny.
Yeah.
How many are there?
Like a bunch, like 13 or some silly like that.
So the first one was called Friday the 13th?
Yeah, and that one didn't involve him. This one, he comes and he looks like a KKK reject. Niggas wearing a pillowcase. Like it's aggressive. Like
it's just.
It was aggressive.
But how old was he when he died in the camp?
Had to be like 12.
So how was he like?
We don't know. Stop asking questions. The streets don't know.
Like this? I just thought it would make more sense since this is such a classic.
I mean, it is, right?
But
let me show you.
This is.
I mean,
foolish.
but it's the 80s.
It's foolish.
The 80s was a wild time.
It was.
But like, here's a clip from the 80s, right? This is.
I'm gonna move my mic because I can't see the screen.
Do what you gotta do. But this is what really this was flirting back in the day, apparently.
Oh my god. That's a nice booty.
It ain't no Instagram booty.
It's not, but that's because it's real. Is he gonna hit her? What a jerk. Slap her. Slap him.
That's flirting right there. That was getting it. See how she smiles when she walks away like, ooh, he cute.
Stop
she
off.
got hit in the ass, and that was the
it.
move. This is the 8. So this is what I'm saying. When you talking about
slingshot.
So when you talking about like, yo, why you don't know this? It was the 80s. There's another thing from the 80s that happened, right? He trying to set the mood.
Let me fix my face.
And it worked. It goddamn worked. There's never been a time in recorded history
ever
that a harmonica got pussy.
No, you play the harmonica, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, I think it's about that time. You about to tell me some sad shit. Like I was driving alone.
Honestly, my pussy has never been drier. Thank you. Have a great day.
As a matter of fact, I do got to do my taxes. You start remembering.
Right. Sucked all the juice out of it.
Yes. Yeah. It was a different time. But
they're teenagers.
They're teenagers.
So it didn't even matter. She was just horny.
At that point, yeah. She was just horny. So now, just bringing it all around.
And that's from the movie.
This is 2. Yeah, this is from part 2. So just bringing it all around. In part 2, they come back to the camp. Well, not the specific camp. It's like adjacent. See what I did there?
Nothing makes sense to me. I see what you
It's
did
in
there.
the
I
woods,
didn't like
though.
it.
It was in the same
But
woods.
it's not even in the same camp. So where did he come from? Is this Jason?
This is Jason.
No, I'm saying, is it Jason though?
I don't know. He was very I'm telling you, he looked like. Show you a picture, of my man's. Like he looks very. Like he would have voted for Trump for shit show.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't see. I wouldn't. That's not the Jason that I picture.
That's how he started, because this was his first one, right? And basically, they come back to this camp, and they reopen like another side of it. It's still Camp Crystal Lake, but it's not where the actual murders and shit happen. Because it's like a couple years after, so that place is still kind of closed down, but it's not there. Whatever. It's not specifically in the same spot where all the murders happen, but it's the same camp. It's like walking distance.
Okay.
So I want to show you some clips, right? I want to know what you would have done if it were you.
Okay.
All right? So just putting it out there, there are some kills that I understand and know to be unsurvivable. Like this kill, for instance, right? This man being a creep.
Ah, gross.
Just being all creepy, right? Not paying attention to his surroundings.
Why am I already?
Bow.
Oh.
Round the neck. So it's nothing he could have done. Because he was, just don't be creepy.
The problem is he looked in the wrong direction. That's what I would have done, okay? He heard the noise.
No,
he came from this way.
The problem was he was a creep.
That's number one, yep.
Horror movies have tropes, right?
Okay.
And for instance, there's always a warning in a horror movie. It's always a person that's like, hey, if I was you, I wouldn't go in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what they do?
They went
They go in that direction. So it's like, there are things like that are obvious, and it's like, all right, clearly listening to them would have saved you.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, that guy that we just saw got killed, he told them something in the beginning.
And then over, I told the others, they didn't believe me. You're all doomed. You're all doomed.
He got to stay away from me.
And he just left. He just got up out of there.
Why is he allowed near the children?
Yeah, no, 100%. But after someone says that, because here's the thing, part 2 takes place, and they're all on their way. Like, these are all camp counselors, and this is like orientation. Okay. So they're all, there's no kids.
This is before the kids come.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it.
So they're all going to the camp for orientation. So once I hear that type of shit, I'm like,
I'm gonna look for another summer job.
I don't need this job that much. Nah, I don't need it.
I still live at home.
Like, you know what? I don't got bills.
Right? I'm good. Actually.
Cell phones don't exist, so I damn sure don't got a cell phone bill.
Right. I'm having a hot girl summer.
Yeah. What is a hot girl summer in the 70s and 80s?
You know why we don't know? Because there's no camera footage, all right? So
it was the hottest.
It was out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They were out here getting it for
was,
real. So now here's the first problem. I want to see it. I'm gonna show you this scene, and I want to know what you would have done differently.
I got to keep my brain on because my brain shuts down when I see something that scares me. I'm a punk. I'm nervous already.
Are you really?
Yes.
So this is actually the first scene of the movie. And this particular person is the person who cut the head off of she was the last survivor of the other one, the first one.
Mom.
Nah.
Hello?
First of all, I wouldn't answer my mother like that.
So you're saying first thing first?
First thing first. I was raised better. You think I can answer the phone and be like, Nana, excuse me, we're going to try this again. I'm like,
well, you would die, but just not by the killer.
just not, yeah, no. She's already outside.
Yeah, she's with all smoke. She's with him.
Backhand ready. Yeah. Right. She was like, were you about to? I'll do it.
Don't worry, man. Don't.
Go ahead. Go somewhere else.
So that was, part 1.
Part 1. Now she moving slow.
Remember, the line just got cut.
Okay.
All right. This is when that was a possibility back in the day.
Right. Why is she in the dark? Turn the lights on.
I get it. Lock the door.
That's smart. Okay, girl. I hear you.
But nah, I'm not even looking.
I'm not looking.
locking the other doors.
What are we doing here?
We not even sticking around.
She messed up because was she in the kitchen? I would have been grabbed the weapon.
Nah, she wasn't in the kitchen.
All right.
She was in like the dining.
I was gonna say I
room.
don't know the layout, so trying to figure her out. I don't know. Watch.
She moving too slow. For me,
Way too.
For me, that's my issue. You moving too slow, shorty.
Yeah, I'm feet to ground.
She want to die.
Yeah. She's
She
like, hey.
wants to die because, first of all, after my line gets cut that suddenly, after my mother just called me, I get a creepy vibe because most of these killings are off of a creepy vibe.
Absolutely.
It's like, I feel like this ain't gonna go well.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Your instinct. Why are the lights on? I'm out. I left.
Boom.
Look, no, pause it. Stop. I left. See what I mean? She's already, no, I'm outside already.
I agree.
I've left
agree.
the house.
First of all, I think they look at men to be like strong and we're supposed to, hold it down.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, if you ain't behind me,
That's it.
then that's a divorce. This is what you clearly we're not equally yoked.
No.
Like,
We're not soulmates.
yeah, because
okay?
you would have had the car started.
Yeah.
already.
What are
Like,
you saying?
respectful.
I would have had the door flung open. All
Like
right?
I don't even care if you can't drive. As long as you can get away from this particular place, I'm fine.
Look at her. This is stupid.
She moving too slow.
If I was in the movie theater, I would have been losing my fucking mind.
I always lose my mind. I think that's a part of what happens for me. I lose my mind in these. I'm like, bitch, run! Get up out of there!
What are you doing? What are we still
Grab
talking
a
about? Now she
knife.
missing, I bet you she missing one. Oh, no, she not.
Nah. That's an ice pick.
That's a very 80s. Look at
Yes.
that refrigerator.
This is all 80s.
Child. I'm scared. I'm getting scared, Bazemore. I want you to know that.
I can see, yes.
I just can't take this. My anxiety. I feel like he about to pop up and you stab her in the face. See? Guard
I'm be
down.
honest, fuck that cat.
I would have stabbed the cat. That cat would have got
Somebody
it.
got to get it.
Listen.
And she like, nah, this is a good time for some coffee.
Oh my God, he's standing right there, isn't he? Son of a bitch.
I'm going to get hit. I feel it.
Oh my God, I can't take it right now.
I feel like I'm about to get hit.
I'm holding on tight. Because he's like, this is. Ah!
That's the head of the, no? Bow, stabbed in the face.
Oh. Oh my God, what is this? Let me tell you everything she did wrong, okay?
Yeah, what would you have done different?
She didn't leave the house.
Period.
She didn't leave the state. She didn't try to make a new life for herself in Cancun.
Yo, I'm be honest. At this point, you got to assume a different identity. Like, you got to be who you always wanted to be.
My name is Consuelo Rodriguez.
Yes.
Yo hablo español.
Yeah. It's so
Soy de
much.
Mexico.
So, here's the second problem. Ready?
I'm ready, because I can't. Oh my God.
What you doing at that point?
Why she just stood there? Oh, nigga. Okay. No. What are you doing? Wasn't the door just open?
Yeah, she came in there.
So why did she back?
I don't think she could have survived that. That's why I chose that. I don't
The
think
door
that's
was
survival.
just open, wasn't it?
But once he surprised her, she's now in fear mode. And fear, they say, is,
Fight or flight.
yes, she got stuck.
She done nothing. There was
She
no
got stuck.
fight. There was no
And
flight.
he immediately sliced her leg, and then it's nothing at that point, it was nothing she could do. Now, truthfully, she should have unlocked that flight. But I'm going to tell you why. I'm mad that she didn't offer pussy, right? And here's the thing why I said that. Because
you just
it was a time where,
turned it into a porn.
hey, man, this how I direct. So it was a time where she was actually going to get, these kids, their hormones are going crazy. So she was going to fuck this guy in a wheelchair. So I supported her. I supported her because she looked past the wheelchair.
But does it still work?
That she asked the same question.
Oh.
But then she was like, I'll meet you back in a moment. She had that type of thing.
Oh, God.
And then she left, and
That's when this.
then she got herself ready. And I feel like once she sprayed her vagina,
It was lit.
it was lit. Like,
Yeah.
first of all, her pH balance was probably
Disgusting.
awful. But she sprayed her vagina, and I'm like, at this point, you not gonna offer it? Like, you already, you was
It's
prepping.
smelling good. Yeah.
You was prepping.
What if Jason has like an oral fixation? He can't eat that. That's chemicals in his
You
mouth.
fucked this. Well, then you killed him. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
You won.
Congratulations.
I see what you did there.
Vagina
Smart.
power. Pussy power.
Pussy power.
Pussy power.
Spray it, girls.
Yeah, I mean,
It's disgusting. I hope it burned. Ladies,
it had
don't
to-
spray your pussy. What is wrong?
yeah, I would.
No.
I mean, I don't have a pussy, right? So I
No.
don't usually speak on
Those matters?
matters of the pussy, because that's none of my business. But what I will say is, I don't believe anyone should spray their genitals.
No. Ever.
I remember being a kid and I sprayed my. I was when
Hope
you,
it hurt. You stupid ass.
I sprayed it
You
with
sprayed
Axe.
So oral sex was just off the table for you.
I wasn't even getting it, but like,
Okay.
if I
So this was
did,
yesterday.
this was last week. But before we go, because you did just come at me.
I did.
I didn't deserve that.
Nah.
Let me tell you something.
You're making me watch horror clips right now.
I am. And the last one I'm gonna let you watch is I just want to.
I'm listening.
He's a dick. Jason is a dick.
No, he's a murderer. So
Yeah, but he's even more of a dick because he killed the man in the hand. He killed the handicapped man. I mean, or he's very progressive because he's like equal rights.
So
it's
all
how
of y'all
you-
can get it. Actually, yes, all of
But
y'all
the
can
way he
get it.
kills him is fucked up.
But was
I just
it?
want to show you.
Is it a motorized wheelchair?
Nah, look at this.
Ah! Are you shitting me? I just screamed in your mic. That was insanity. Nah, the writers, the directors, the producers, they are fucked up. They were like, "Ooh, I can't wait. He gonna fall down this whole flight of stairs
Backwards.
backwards." At some point, he's supposed to tip. They were like, "No, keep it going. Roll it, keep it going." That's an unavoidable kill for obvious reasons.
But-
I just hate horror movies.
So on that note, before we
Aims for
get
the
up out
head
of here,
every time.
Yeah, he's gangster. Do you think you could survive a horror movie? Do you think you got what it takes?
Yes, because he moves slow, bro. First of all, the one we just saw, where he swiped her leg, that took 45 minutes. That was the whole movie. That was the end of the movie. He literally walked up to her like this. I feel like behind the camera, he was like, "You can just go. You want me to
They
kill
were
you?"
whispering, "Go faster!
Right.
Come on!"
I feel like
The tape is
she was like,
rolling.
she's like, "What? Huh?"
She was
I'm scared.
confused.
Right. I'm like, and he's probably there with the knife. Like, you could have ran by now. Like, what?
What's the worst that can happen? I throw this knife.
I
At
bet you.
the end of the day,
He already got him once,
yeah,
right?
you're gonna die regardless. Staying there, you're gonna die. So running
The
is
movie.
your only option.
This is such a stupid movie. This is not a horror movie. This is a comedy. You're fucking with me.
I love
This
this
is
movie.
a comedy.
I love this movie.
This
man.
is a comedy
Says the one.
because
how
they're
you
they're made to make me jump. But is it like super scary?
A little scary.
That wasn't scary. It built up my anxiety.
But I'm also not showing you everything.
That's true.
I'm not showing you the
You just showing me the
build-ups.
funny clips.
No,
this shit is hilarious.
highlight reels. So, on that note, where could they find you? Where could they get you?
You can find me on Instagram, Shiv Does Comedy.
Definitely. And on that note, we appreciate you for watching. We appreciate you for putting up with Shiv. We all love Shiv.
Don't watch this movie. This is a comedy. Show me something scary. Put on House of 1,000 Corpses, and then I'll tell you what I would have done differently.
Not be there.
Right.
Go to that house.
I never would invite. Oh, tonight? What time? Who all gonna be there?
Who all gonna be? Once you're, it's gonna be me, Jason,
Michael. Nah, I'm. I'll call. You got. Let me get your number.
You better say all the new edition members. It's gonna be Ricky, Bobby, Mike. I'd be like,
Then
"All right,
add
hold
Michael
up."
Jackson to Jackson 5.
Yeah.
Tito, Randy, all of them.
Even Ree be there.
Jermaine, Latoya was in there. Now I'm coming.
Then I'm in there. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.